At some point, I started feeling different about my friendships, not in a bad way, but in a way I couldn't ignore it anymore. I started noticing things that felt right and what didn't feel right. And that's when I became more intentional about who was close to me. All right, moms, let's go on this journey with me. All right, moms, in my last few videos, we talked about how my circle changed and how the qualities that I now value in friendships has changed as well. And then something else shifted. I started becoming more intentional about my friendships, how I chose those friendships, should I say. And it's not because I stopped caring about people, it was because I started caring more about my peace. So being intentional doesn't mean that you are automatically shutting people out. It just means that you're being more mindful of who you allow close to you. As life gets busier, our time and our energy becomes more valuable. And I think that's something that we sometimes forget about. Oftentimes we'll allow things to slide a little bit more because we might not have the time to deal with it. But if we take that time to start paying attention to things, we'll start noticing and who adds to your life and who doesn't. As your life gets busier, your time and your energy is more valuable. There was a time I was always there for everyone. I was there when they needed a ride, phone call, text, in case of mercy. I was always there because I wanted to be that support system for everyone. And because just who I am, I'm a caring person and I don't like to hurt people. Like I just love to be present to, I guess, to be needed. That might have been a thing. That might have been it. Just so they felt like to know that they were loved. That might have been the bottom line. I wanted everyone to know that someone loves you regardless. That's just who I am. It was definitely taking its toll. And without even realizing it, I lost myself in the middle of that. It was crazy to me because I didn't have time for the family that I created. I didn't realize its toll it was taking on the family. I lost sight of who I was in the process of it. It was something that I had to learn all over again, like who I was, what was I trying to do, and learn my limits in the middle of it. The older that I get, the more I realize now not everyone needs that same level of access to me the way that it was before, even though I still preach that message that everybody deserves to be loved, treated with respect, to know that they're supported, whatever they're going through, and all the good things. But it's definitely me being intentional by realizing that and now understanding that some people are close and some people are part of your life from a distance. And I know that kind of took me a little bit of time to understand, but it's definitely growth. Again, that's me being intentional and being mindful of the piece that I needed. Before you start thinking more in depth about this, or maybe you're not at the place that you need to be. So one thing I do keep in mind going forward with this as I continue to grow as a person, everyone grows at different paces and it might not be the same direction that I'm growing in. And that's okay. I started choosing peace over pressure, which was something that I had to do, not just for me, but for my family as well. Because, like I said before, I was putting them through unnecessary things that they didn't need to go through by overdoing things for others because it's just in my nature to help others because I love to help others. The key thing that I look into friendships now is friendships that are supportive and not draining. That is key to me. Remember, we don't want to have this long, dragged out friendship. You're always being that person that's always there every single time. And remember, at some point, if you're always holding everything, at some point you're gonna break. I don't care if it's now, 2 months from now, or a year from now. At some point you're gonna break. Are they gonna be that person that's gonna help you get back up when you break? Somebody's gotta be there. Within that friend group, somebody's gotta be there. So keep that in mind when you're choosing your friends. Honestly, reflection helped me notice all of these things that I'm sharing with you, moms. Having a support system that is very strong too. It's always important to slow down and figure out what's really going on around you and then figure out what really brings you peace. And this is something that I talk about in my Power File Reset Guide. So, moms, as you have been going on this journey with me, I'm curious, have you found yourselves being more intentional about your friendships now? So, moms, I'm going to leave you with this. Sometimes protecting your peace means choosing your people differently. All right, moms, I will see you next time when we continue talking about friendships and our peace. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye, moms.